this guitar lesson, you'll learn how to play the bluegrass standard called Arkansas Traveler. So in the beginning of the lesson, we'll do a playthrough with tablature, and then after that playthrough with tablature, we'll have a full breakdown where we'll work through the entire arrangement, one measure at a time in that tablature. I'll give you all some extra details for your flat picking, and I'll show you exactly how to play Arkansas Traveler. So this arrangement starts with a little 4-measure long kickoff. It's basically a song intro that will lead us into the main melody that starts in measure 5. So the main melody that starts in measure 5, it's going to begin with the A part melody. And we'll get to that in 1 second, but for now, let's learn the kickoff here. All right, so let's check this out. In that first measure, at the beginning of the kickoff, we're doing a slide to begin it. And if you look at my fretting hand, I like to use my ring finger for that slide. And we're just sliding at 1 fret. See there in the tablature, going from that 4th fret, sliding up to the 5th fret, just like that. After you do the slide, leave your ring finger on that note. Don't lift it up, just slide up and leave it right there. And then with your picking hand for the rest of that first measure, we're gonna do pick, pick, pick. So slide up, pick, pick, pick. Slide up, pick, pick, pick. And if you think about the pick stroke direction, and by the way, the pick stroke direction symbols are right above the tablature there, but I like to say it out loud sometimes. So slide up, up, down, down. Slide up, down, down. So pause the video if you want to work on that first measure. The rest of this kickoff will be really straightforward because measures 2 and 3, we're going to do the exact same melody that we just learned in measure 1. So measures 2 and 3, the same melody. Only difference though, in measures 2 and 3, we're not going to do the slide. Instead we're going to do a hammer-on. So same melody, but if you look at measure 2, going from that 4th fret to that 5th fret, you see that I'm actually hammering from my middle finger, hammering into my ring finger. That's it. So, but other than that, it's the exact same. So let's just play measures 1 through 3 and take a close look here at my fretting hand. You'll see that I do the slide in that first measure and then hammer on in the second and third measures. Pause if you want to work on that. Then here we are in measure 4. Measure 4 is pretty straightforward there. It's just 4 down picks. And that is the entire 4 measure long kickoff. Just a little intro to kind of set the pace of the song. It's also called Potatoes if you're at a bluegrass jam or something like that. All right, so let me play this kickoff one more time, and then we're going to get into the next line of the Tauscher. And here we go, measures 5 through 8, beginning of the A part melody. Nice sounding melody. So let's learn this. Measure 5. Let's learn that first. Measure 5 sounds like that. I'm probably going to say the pick stroke direction. Just say what the pick stroke directions are, kind of along with the melody, if that helps. So down, up, down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, up, down, down. So that's measure 5. Measure 6. Pick, 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 pick. It's all down picks there over the open strings. Really straightforward. Measure 7. We got a really cool hammer on. And I'm hammering on to my pointer finger there. Hammer down, down, down. And after that hammer on right there, just leave that pointer finger right there because you're going to pick it again later in that measure. Hammer down, down, down. A quick recap, measures 5 through 7. Here's measure 8. So that's measure 8. Down, up, down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, up, down, down. So it's all pretty straightforward there. All right, let's play this line one more time so you can get a really good feel for it, and then we'll move on to the next line. So here we go. All right, let's go to the next line. Measures 9 through 12. Sounds like this. All right, measure 9. You should recognize this. It's actually the same thing as measure 5, that measure that we started the A part with, remember? So exact same thing there. And then measure 10, dun, dun, dun. Just 3 down picks, pick, pick, pick. That last pick over the open 4th string, that's a half note, meaning we're gonna hold that note out for 2 counts, as opposed to a quarter note, that would just be 1 count. So if we count measure 10, we would do 1, 2, 3, 4. just played, that's measures 11 and 12. Let's learn measure 11 right here. Measure 11. Down, 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 up, down, up. Down, 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 up, down, up. Then here we go, measure 12. Measure 12 is pretty cool. We got down, pull off, down, down. Down, pull off, down, down. That pull off, I'm using my pointer finger, my fretting hand, just pulling off, just down, just really pulling that string down, just nice and light pull off. All right, let's play this line one more time, measures 9 through 12. And at this point in the tablature, you see there right at the end of measure 12, we've got a repeat sign. See that thick line and then the skinnier line with the two dots? That repeat sign, that means we're going to go back to the beginning of the A part. We're going to repeat something that we just played. And so if you're not familiar with this, I'll try to walk you all through it, but we're not going to get too crazy in detail on this. But that repeat sign at the end of the 12th measure, it sends you back to the 5th measure, and you're going to start the A part melody again, basically. And see there, measure 5, at the beginning of measure 5, we got that similar looking little repeat sign. That basically just says, that's where you're going to go to start repeating the section that you just played. That's what it tells you. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play measures 5 through 8 the exact same way, just like we learned them. And then next line, we're going to keep going through this. Right here in measure 9, see it? Measures 9. To measure 10. But now, at this point, when we repeat this section, we're not going to play measures 11 and 12. And the reason for that is because the tablature is telling you that that's not what we're going to do here. Right above measures 11 and 12, you see there's a little bracket with a 1. That's telling you that's the first ending, or the first alternate ending for the A part. So we're going to skip over that. We already played that the first time through before we hit that first repeat sign and went back, remember? So we already played that. That was the first ending that we already played. So we're going to skip through that. And then when we repeat it this time, we're going to go to the next line. Sorry if this is confusing, but we go to the next line and see there we got the little bracket with the 2. That is the second ending that you're going to play when you repeat it. Hopefully that makes sense. If you don't quite understand any of that stuff there, just you can drop a comment in the comment box below this lesson video, and I can try to help you out with that. Might do an in-depth video on reading tablature at another time, but anyways, we're just going to keep working through this. So that's what that is right there. We repeated it, and now we're going to the second alternate ending of the A part. We got measures 13 and 14. Sounds like this. All right, measure 13. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Pretty straightforward. Then measure 14 when you're ready. down, pull off, down, down, up. See that little deal at the end? Down, up. It's kind of a little pickup little melody that will lead you into the B part. That B part melody that we're about to get to right here, but that's measure 14. Pick, pull off, pick, dun, dun. All right, so at this point, we've learned the entire A part. What we did in the tablature, it's a little different compared to what we've done in some previous lessons, and this is probably a better way to write tablature, is to have those repeat signs so you don't just waste a bunch of lines of tablature. Makes a little more sense to me that way anyways. So that's what we did. We basically played that little section of the A part melody, and then we had the first alternate ending, and then the second alternate ending, those little brackets, you know. So now at this point, we're at the B part melody. Let's keep working through this, and then bear with me here because right at the end of this, we're going to play through the entire thing with the tablature at a nice slow pace, and it should make a lot more sense that way. But here we go. B part melody, starting measure 15.